its title is The Sleepwalkers, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I've been painting these little yellow birds for the last few years. I started doing them around the kind of lockdown periods, and they were kind of about not being able to go anywhere and being stuck, and like, you know, they can't fly, and they're kind of quite highly coloured. Like they're a made-up bird, but they are, I guess, a loose reference to the canary in the coal mine, like sort of the first thing to go in difficult times. So it's about the fragility, really. And they're stuck, so they can't fly and can't go anywhere. But I was beginning to stop doing them, kind of, since that whole thing is lifted. But it sort of occurred to me more that we're watching sort of terrible events unfold a lot of the time as well. All we do is sit there on the branch, still just watching it all kind of go by. So, in a way, they present themselves out really as something that might fit in this room, be quite a sort of recognisable, representative painting of, you know, that sort of references like maybe landscape painting, and like maybe Watteau or something like that, where the birds are standing for the figure as well. But that it's like a little Trojan horse, that it compresses all these other ideas. A little bit like you were saying with the others, you know, outwardly it looks like something, but actually it's a vessel for all this other stuff that I'm thinking about, you know, but then in a way that it's, you know, it's like a useless language painting as well, you know, it's like discarded and even pictorial representation of a single thing. It's like it's overly coded or whatever, and it's kind of locked. So in a way it's a sort of a futile gesture, you know, but it's wrapped up then in this outwardly thing that tries to be beautiful, but and have a sort of sense of togetherness about it as well, so that there's a flip side to it, you know. So I want to try and balance the images in a way that there's something quite beautiful and maybe something quite terrible underneath, a little bit like our lives, I guess.
Yes.
You know, and to make the practice sort of vital to me. And I guess the birds, in a way, they're being a little bit overgrown by nature too. So there's that sort of, again, climate disruption or something. Like there's a storm or something brewing around them, you know. And I think, yeah, I'm satisfied when they manage to toe the line, but when they can be just outwardly kind of beautiful as well, and that's enough as well, you know, without having to unpack all the other stuff. And they're kind of looking around, you know, maybe they are going to go somewhere. Like, as in, there's a possibility of hope in them as well. They can just like fly up, maybe in the next one, you know. Or maybe the next one will just be empty branches. Apocalyptic landscape.
You're saying about futile, but I always see in your work a sort of quieted heroism. There's almost like there's innocence there.
Yeah, they're slightly heroic. Yeah. I have three really young daughters as well, and I don't want to live in a hopeless world.
Yes.
Like, so they're kind of like you know, I don't want them to see paintings that, you know, Daddy thinks it's all going to turn into the road, like, you know, in 6 months' time. You know, someone said something really nice as well, that the way it's installed is beautiful, but then it's almost like they're on the outside of the bird cage, which I really, and also they're not in the fire, you know, anything saved.
No.
Yeah, I think that's probably enough.
I'm going to say just a brief word about each of the artists, and very small because obviously they're not here, so I can't really speak for them. But